In the heart of Africa, where the drums beat with the rhythm of life, a story is whispered among the elders, a tale of greed, love, and the price of hidden treasures. Stay with me as we journey into the mystery of the curse of the Golden Calabash. But before we begin, don't forget to like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, share it with someone who loves powerful stories, and of course, subscribe to this channel for more unforgettable tales.
In the bustling village of Oduwale, nestled between rolling hills and endless fields of maize, lived a girl named Ifunaya. She was 16, with a curious mind and a heart that longed for more than the ordinary life of farming and fetching water. Her father, Pa Dike, was a respected palm wine tapper, known for his wisdom and quiet strength. Her mother, Mama Ngozi, sold beans and akara at the marketplace, her laughter often rising above the chatter of traders. The family was poor, but love and unity were their true riches. Ifunaya often sat under the old baobab tree at the village square, listening to the griots tell stories of forgotten kings, hidden treasures, and gods who walked among mortals. Deep down, she dreamed of living a life that would be remembered for generations. But little did she know, destiny had already set its eyes upon her.
One fateful evening, as the sun melted into shades of orange and crimson, Ifunaya went to fetch water by the river. The water rippled like liquid glass, reflecting the sky's fiery hues. As she dipped her clay pot into the stream, something glimmered beneath the surface. She frowned, leaned closer, and gasped. There, resting against the riverbed, was a calabash, unlike any she had ever seen. It was golden, glowing faintly, as though lit from within. Her heart pounded. She reached in, pulled it out, and held it in trembling hands. The calabash was smooth, its patterns etched with symbols she could not understand. "If only Mama could see this," she whispered. A cool breeze swept across the riverbank, carrying with it a voice that seemed to echo from the wind itself. "The one who holds me holds power beyond measure. But beware, for every gift has its price." Ifunaya dropped the calabash in shock. She looked around. No one was there. Just the rustling of leaves and the call of distant birds. After a long moment, she picked it up again, fear wrestling with curiosity. She could not know it then, but her life and the life of everyone she loved was about to change forever. That night, Ifunaya placed the calabash carefully under her mat. She didn't tell anyone, not even her parents. But when she woke the next morning, something astonishing had happened. Beside her mat lay a pile of cowries, more money than her family had seen in months. Her mother's eyes widened when she found them. "Ifunaya, where did you get this?" Ifunaya stammered, I just found it." Mama Ngozi danced and praised God. Padike, though grateful, studied her daughter with a cautious gaze. "Found it, you say? Be careful, child. Not all gifts come from good spirits." Ifunaya nodded, but her heart was racing. She knew the golden cowries had come from the golden calabash, and that was only the beginning.
Days turned into weeks, and the calabash continued to give. Every morning, new treasures appeared. More cowries, good trinkets, even fine clothes. The family's fortune changed. Mama Ngozi expanded her akara business, buying fresh palm oil and beans. Pa Dike bought new tools for his trade. Villagers marveled at their sudden prosperity. But while everyone celebrated, Ifunaya carried a heavy secret. Each time she touched the calabash, she heard the whisper again. Every gift has its price. At night, she dreamt of shadows reaching for her and of the calabash bleeding red instead of glowing gold. Still, she could not resist its power. And so, the seed of greed began to grow. As Ifunaya's family prospered, whispers spread across Oduwale. Some villagers muttered that Padike had found a hidden gold mine. Others suspected Mama Ngozi had struck a secret deal with a wealthy trader. But old women who sat within mats under the moonlight knew better. No fortune comes without a price, they whispered, shaking their heads. One night, Ifunaya awoke to a strange sound. The calabash beneath her mat glowed brighter than ever. And voices, low, whispering voices, filled the room. Ifunaya, Ifunaya, you owe us. She sat up, trembling. Who are you? What do you want from me? The whispers grew louder until they merged into a chilling laugh. She covered her ears, but the sound was inside her head. When she lifted the mat, the calabash seemed to pulse like a beating heart. Fear clutched her chest. Yet when morning came, more riches appeared. The fear faded, buried under the glitter of wealth. At school, Ifunaya's friends noticed the change. Once humble and cheerful, she now walked with fine clothes and jewelry no village girl her age had ever owned. Her best friend, Amaka, confronted her one afternoon. Ifunaya, why are you getting all these things? Tell me the truth. Ifunaya looked away, clutching her new beaded necklace. I can't say. Just know that my family is blessed. But Amaka's eyes narrowed. Blessed or cursed? You are not the same anymore. The words stung. Ifunaya snapped back. You're just jealous. From that day, the two girls drifted apart. Amaka's suspicion grew, and so did the whispers among classmates. Even Tammy, another girl who once admired Ifunaya, avoided her. Isolation wrapped around Ifunaya like a cold cloak, and the only companion she felt she had left was the calabash.
One evening, as the moon cast long shadows, Ifunaya sat alone, holding the calabash. The whispers returned, stronger this time. Ifunaya, the time has come. Wealth must be fed with blood. Her heart froze. Blood? No, I didn't ask for this. The calabash gleamed brighter, and a haunting voice replied, everything has a price. Give us what we seek, or all you love will vanish. Suddenly, she saw visions. Her mother coughing blood, her father falling from a palm tree, her home burning to ashes. She screamed, throwing the calabash across the room, but it rolled back to her feet as though alive. From that moment, she could not sleep. Everywhere she turned, she saw shadows watching, waiting.
Padike grew worried. He had noticed the changes in his daughter, her sudden wealth, her distant stares, her restless nights. One morning, he sat her down under the baobab tree. Ifunaya, my child, listen to me. There are spirits in this land that wear the mask of blessings, but their heart is evil. I have seen men rise overnight only to be buried in shame. Ifunaya lowered her gaze, tears burning her eyes. She wanted to tell him everything, but fear gripped her tongue. Her father reached for her hand. Do not carry burdens alone. If there is something you hide, speak before it destroys you. But she pulled away. I'm fine, Papa, I promise. Yet, even as she spoke, her voice trembled.
Days later, tragedy struck.
A goat belonging to Mama Ngozi suddenly fell dead near their hut. Its body was untouched, but its eyes were wide, frozen in terror. The villagers murmured it was a bad omen. That night, the calabash glowed brighter than ever. Inside it, Ifunaya swore she saw the goat's lifeless eyes staring back at her. The whispers filled her ears again. Blood has been given. More will follow. You cannot escape. Ifunaya covered her face, sobbing. The price had begun to be paid.
Word of strange happenings at Padike's compound spread like wildfire. Some claimed the family had invoked the wrath of the gods. Others whispered of secret charms and dark powers. One evening, the village healer, Mama Urie, came to their hut. She was an elderly woman with silver hair wrapped in white cloth, her staff rattling with cowrie shells. She studied Ifunaya's trembling frame and the constant glow from her room. Then she whispered, "Child, you have touched what should never be touched. The Golden Calabash belongs to spirits older than this land. It gives wealth, but its hunger is endless." Ifunaya's lips quivered. "Mama Orie, what can I do?" The healer sighed deeply. "You must return it to the river before it claims more lives. But beware, such spirits do not release what they own without a fight." Her words hung in the air like a heavy curse. But fear chained Ifunaya's tongue. She could not confess to her parents what she had done. The following week, her father fell from his palm tree while tapping wine. His body hit the ground with a sickening thud. Though he survived, both his legs were broken. He would never climb again. Mama Ngozi wailed in anguish, and Ifunaya's heart shattered. In the glow of the calabash that night, she cried out, "Why are you punishing us? Take me instead." The whispers answered coldly, "It has begun, one by one, until the debt is paid." Ifunaya wept until dawn.
That night, Ifunaya could bear no more. She took the calabash and ran into the forest, determined to return it to the river where she had found it. The forest was alive with eerie sounds. Owls hooted, shadows moved, and the calabash grew hotter in her hands. When she reached the riverbank, she raised it high. "I don't want your gift! Take it back!" she screamed. But before she could throw it in, the water erupted. Dark spirits rose, their forms twisting like smoke. Their voices thundered, "You are ours now, Ifunaya! Wealth cannot be given back without blood." She fell to her knees, sobbing, "Then take me, leave my family alone." The spirits swelled around her, their whispers slicing through the night. The calabash cracked, spilling a red mist into the air. Ifunaya closed her eyes and prayed.
As the spirits closed in, a sudden flash of white light split the darkness. Mama Uri appeared at the riverbank, staff raised high. Her voice rang out with ancient power. "Leave this child. By the covenant of our fathers, she is not yours to claim." The spirit screamed, retreating into the water. The calabash shattered into dust in Ifunaya's hands, vanishing into the night air. Silence fell. Ifunaya collapsed, tears streaming down her face. Mama Ore placed a hand on her shoulder. "Child, you have paid enough. Let this be a lesson. Not all that glitters is a blessing." Ifunaya nodded weakly, her heart heavy, but freed from the chains of the curse. Ifunaya returned home with Mama Orie. Her father still could not walk, and her mother's tears had not yet dried. But for the first time in weeks, the glow was gone from their hut. She confessed everything. Shame burned in her heart, but her parents embraced her tightly. "We may be poor," Padike whispered, "but we will never trade our souls for riches." From that day, Ifunaya lived humbly, working hard to rebuild her family's life. Though the villagers still whispered,
She walked with her head high, for she had learnt a lesson many never would, that the greatest wealth is not found in gold or calabashes, but in peace, love, and a clean conscience.
And so, dear friend, Ifunaya's story reminds us of a timeless truth. Not all treasures are blessings. Some gifts carry chains, and the price may be greater than we can bear. True wealth lies in family, peace, and a heart free from greed. If this story touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and let me hear your thoughts in the comments. And of course, subscribe to this channel so you never miss another powerful African story. Until next time, remember, be content with the blessings you already hold.